Aloha, everyone. I'm Kat.
I'm Nik.
And you're listening to...
Just Two People Pleasers.
Ooh. And we have a very special guest.
Yes, indeed.
My cat, Thackeray. He's sitting next to me right now. So if you hear licking, that's him. We had purring, and then he stopped that, so now he's cleaning. We're just gonna hope for the best.
He's our special guest. He has taken one of the chairs at our table today, so
Yeah.
at least he's not bumping the microphones. So progress.
Yeah.
Yet. Oh, yet. Yes.
But so I say aloha because Lilo and Stitch came out, and we're on a Disney kick.
Yes.
Which apparently it did better than like Snow White, like overall. Like it did better in the opening weekend.
So. Well, they put a lot of money into Snow White too, but
yeah.
I mean, everyone loves Lilo and Stitch, so I'm assuming even if they saw it and then afterwards said it was bad, they at least went and saw it. Like tons of people at least wanted to see it.
Yeah.
So.
But there's a big thing, and it's gonna be spoilers for Lilo and Stitch. The live action.
I had one friend this week almost say it. I was like, nope, Kat's gonna tell me on the podcast. Don't say anything.
So there's a big controversy about the ending.
Yes.
There's other things that they changed, like the one villain isn't in the movie anymore. And just like, which like sure, and then like there's some like scenes that they like changed around and stuff, and it's just like, all right, like that's not quintessential to the movie.
The like shark-looking guy, the big guy.
Yes, the super big guy.
Yeah, that would have been real hard to do and not be really scary. I feel like.
Yeah. But the biggest like faux pas was they changed the ending. So you know how the whole movie is about like Ohana meets family and it means nobody gets left behind?
Yep.
Nani's like, I'm going to college, bye. So she's out of Hawaii and the neighbor's gonna watch Lilo.
Oh?
Yeah, so she goes into the foster system and the neighbor's gonna like adopt her.
Is this okay? Okay. See, someone told me, all I know is that they were like, oh, Ohana doesn't mean family anymore. I was like, did they change the meaning of the word or did something happen? Something happened.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And like, yeah.
Are they trying to relate to like, Disney does this thing. They love to do this thing where like, they'll create a scenario that they know people are going through. Be like, oh, I can relate to them now. But that's not the point. We want the happy ending.
Yes.
We don't want reality.
Yes.
We want Ohana. We want family. Did they still do the like? I don't know if you know what scenes they kept, but like there's that like really sad like where they think they have to say goodbye and they're in like the little hammock and they're holding the flowers and the flowers like drift away and like all that like sisterhood bonding and stuff that's in the original movie. There's no way they can keep all that and then she goes bye. Like,
well, and I mean like I think it's like more like it's not like it's not as drastic of just being like bye. It's kind of like it's okay, you can go to college, we'll be okay here type thing.
So what about the guy? What about her like crush? I wonder if
I think he's still in there, but he's just chilling on the island or something.
Like, what a weird.
Yeah, we're spoiling this movie that we haven't seen.
Yeah, right.
But everyone's like freaking out about it on TikTok because like you changed the whole moral of the story. Especially if you're like taking it from like from a source material and you're gonna change it.
Exactly.
Like if they wrote the movie today, like I don't think people would be like, oh, this is like really bad, but like you're taking it from the source, like you're taking it and saying like, oh, this message, we didn't get it, so we're just gonna change it. Like, yeah.
Oh boy.
But while people were seeing that over the weekend, we went to a Ren Faire.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
I'm trying so hard to keep a straight face while Thackeray's just like having a time over there, just taking a little bath.
The chair is squeaking a little bit every time he moves.
Yes, it was a grand time.
Yeah, it was the first one of Ren season for us, I think, right?
Yeah. Our opening fair of the season.
Hooray!
Hooray! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
And I know something that you were super excited that you didn't know was going to be there.
Jacques The Whipper.
I don't know. I've seen you excited, but never like this excited.
Well, and it was just like a weird coinky-dink because like he was only there for that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's there for several weekends and stuff, but he was only there for that one, and it was just like, what? Like it magically just all fit, and it was really good. Because I was used to seeing just his little bits on TikTok. It's like, oh, he's more than just a funny haha. He's like actually
he's got
do all the whippy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very very skilled man, very funny man. Just a nice guy. It seemed like. Yeah. And like it was cute. Like his wife came up after, like hand pins out and stuff. So that was cool.
It was nice that like because usually I'm used to the TikTok fame, like sending you, to like you forget your roots and everything, and you're just trying to do it all for money. But he seems like he's like, I'm here. This is what I do. Yeah. If it gets posted on TikTok, sure.
Still
if
kind
not,
of down to
whatever.
earth, which is cool.
Yeah. So it's very nice.
The sound system did not love him though.
God,
but anyway, you had to be there, guys. You had to be there. So
the wind. There was a lot of wind, and it just if he turned one way, the mic was like, what if I just turned off?
Yes.
So yeah.
So I thought we'd do a little bit of before we go into our main topic.
Yes, we're doing.
I thought we would do like a really quick rapid fire. Ren Faire season is upon us. Although, should we do like for this fair or just fairs in general?
I think just fairs in general.
Cool.
Maybe.
So question 1, favorite thing to do at the fair. It's like a little hand gesture.
I mean, I feel like that's what you have to do. You have to just be weird and extra.
You really do.
Like,
it's just time to be silly. Get that tism riz going, Like it's just time to be yourself.
Listen, we want to pay a bunch of money to just go and just be weirdos.
Yep.
Like let me be.
Exactly.
My favorite thing is watching the jousting and stuff because horsies.
Yes.
And then also grown men fake fighting and falling off of horses. It's so much fun to watch.
It is entertaining. I never think about the fall. It's funny. I always think about like, okay, well they hit each other with the long sticks and stuff. Mm-hmm. But then if one of them takes a fall, they're wearing metal. That's gotta hurt. And like, are they patting their head in the helmet too? It's like, I never think about that.
The one that we just went to, there was one thing where he so slowly fell off of the horse. Oh. It was like a graceful fall.
Yeah.
Like I never thought about it either, but when I saw that I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah. I don't know, it's hard to have a favorite, but there's something, I always make sure I do archery before I go. Like if I have an excuse to shoot a bow, I will do it.
You go, Katniss.
And it's only $5. It's $5 for 10 arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Can't beat it.
Yeah. No. Listen, you just gotta have a little bit of excitement. YOLO,
And it was so windy, and I was like, they're letting people shoot arrows in this wind right now.
Yeah.
So that was but Kat was my cosplay mom of the day. She made sure I had water and food, and she took all the pictures, and it was very nice. So it was a good time.
It's my job.
All right, go-to fit for the fair.
Yeah. See, mine's just I wear a skirt and a shirt, and then I steal one of Nik's flower crowns, and I call it a day.
But then it's cool because you do something after the fair. Say, go to Joann's. You're not in your whole Ren Faire outfit with your corset and everything.
I will say, that wasn't the weirdest, like, that wasn't the most, like, out there costume, I guess.
Yes.
Like, that you wore for this one. Like,
fair. It was pretty chill.
Yeah. The one that you wore for the other one that we went to, yeah. I would have been like, I wouldn't even suggest going to
Wait, really? Oh my gosh. Yes. Mm-hmm. So from that, you guys could probably guess that, like, I have multiple things going. I'll just, it's based on how the chronic illness is doing that day too. Like if I want to go like full corset, or if I want to just like flowy and comfy, which is what I went for.
And also I'm sure the weather has a factor too.
Absolutely. I thought it was gonna be warm, so I thought, oh, no cape, no like extra thing on top. We're just gonna go with like the one super super thin like white dress, a corset skirt. Mistake. but it ended up warming up by the end of the day. It was a gorgeous day by the end. Go-to is probably just that, like, the bell sleeves and skirt of some kind, and then I just, like, I adjust the rest as we go. But, like, I spent 10 minutes that morning just deciding between 2 pairs of earrings. So, like, yes. But, yeah, so it depends on a lot of factors, but the white bell sleeve thing always sticks. And last question, do you have any guilty pleasure purchases at the fair that you're like, oh, I'm here, I might as well get something?
I mean, I know what yours are. Well, okay, I don't know if it's a guilty pleasure, but you know, turkey leg, and pickle. They're...
You're so right. I have to. I can't. It's not the fair. I mean, they ran out of turkey legs.
But it was the thought that counts.
So I got the pickle.
You got the pickle. And
I went to the pickle stand, and I was like, I can sniff out a wheel from about a mile away. Like, I sensed that it was there, and I was like, I need to ask about this. No one was asking. They just bought their pickle and left. I'm like, excuse me? You didn't spin the wheel? So I go, what's this wheel? And she's like, well, if you buy something, you can spin it. I'm like, well, I'm buying a pickle.
I'm getting a pickle.
So we get our pickles, and then I spin it, and I won a light up. I was so excited. It's just this light up, like, snowflake wand thing, like one of those ones you get at Disney with, like, the little plastic ball on the bottom that lights up, and then in, like, different settings and stuff.
Or like a carnival or something.
Yes.
Like stuff like that.
I walked away from the pickle stand and, like, looked at the group and was like, guys, look what I got.
I got a free thing.
I got a wand. It doesn't take much to make me happy. It really doesn't.
I mean, listen, you know.
It's the little things.
Yeah, it's the little thing.
So, I don't know, is there something...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You always get, like, a little thing, like a charm or, like,
yeah,
a little something. I don't know. Like,
I mean, this one, it was pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'll just get, like, a little trinket thing.
Yeah, it's like a memento thing.
So,
yeah.
I got a Jacques the Whipper pin.
Oh, yeah, I did. I don't remember what I bought, if I'm being completely honest. The wand was kind of like my memento of the day.
You bought a pin.
Yeah. I gave it to Fred.
Yeah.
Because Fred left without... It was his very first Ren Faire. I was like, you're gonna leave without a souvenir? You crazy? So I don't even know. But it was a good day, regardless.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I got a ring. That's what I got.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I got one of those, like crystal-y ring things. That was cool. And some charms. So that brings us... You love my transitions? Like, they're just, like, so...
Well, listen, I gotta do something in the shower, so I'm thinking of this stuff. And
You come up with the best transitions.
Thank you. It's in my blood. But, so we're gonna do some more about the asshole stories.
Yay.
But they're Ren Faire edition.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that we found enough to do this.
Yes, yeah.
So, that's cool.
Yeah. And the first one that I found, I sent a picture of the title to Nick, and I was like, please, we have to do this
And
theme.
I was like, I'm putting all other topics aside. We're doing this because I need to know the story. I know nothing other than the title, but I'm so prepared for this.
I only skimmed it a little bit just to make sure it wasn't, like, weird.
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
We're kind of both...
Besides, it's gonna be weird.
Weirder than it already was, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're kind of both experiencing this together.
Oh, amazing.
Okay, so the title is Am I the asshole for accidentally escalating a squirrel-related assault situation into a full-blown Renaissance fair brawl, but, like, also being the hero? Which, you know, I don't need the story, but
right?
I do need it at the same time.
Yes.
It tells it all, but I need more. Okay, so listen up, folks. I'm gonna level with you. I'm basically a walking, talking, vaguely charming disaster. But I'm our disaster, you know? Anyway, last Tuesday, I was browsing...
On a Tuesday,
I was browsing the local artisan cheese shop when a woman, like full-on Ren Faire ready maiden, right down to a lace corset and flower crown,
okay,
starts screaming. at a local artisan cheese shop, which, like, okay, cool. I initially thought she found out the aged Gouda wasn't vegan. You know how those types are. Okay. But it turns out there was a legit situation unfolding.
Okay.
This massive gray squirrel, like it looked like it used the gym. I mean, this wasn't your average squirrel, but a full-on chonk was clinging to her leg.
Oh, no.
Hissing and looking for trouble.
Oh, no.
This wasn't an attack. This was a mugging.
So, like, on her skirt or her leg? Like, I'm wondering how that works, but... Oh, no.
Yeah.
Maybe she, like, lifted her skirt up and then found the squirrel and was, like, running around. I don't know. Sorry, continue.
The thing was going for her purse, and I reckon she was about to lose her lunch money for the day. And then... I love this person's storytelling, because then they're just like, we're gonna do a side tangent for a minute. Now, I've stared down worse. One time in New Orleans, I accidentally wandered into a crawfish boil gone wrong, though there was gonna be a riot, but no, it turned out it was just a real pot, a really big pot. Anyway, I'm confused, but
okay, cool.
This
back
person
to
has been there
squirrel?
before.
All right,
I guess.
all right.
So naturally, I leap over the artisanal mustard display, worth it,
Leap over, okay,
and bellow, "Hold, villain! I, Bartholomew Buttercup," yes, that's my name, don't at me, "shall defend thine honor." I grab a baguette, a sourdough for Christ's sake, the fancy kind that could crack a windshield, and I smack it against the counter so hard to scare him off. So, like, not at the squirrel, just kind of
on
like...
the counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna work. It's not gonna
Make a
make
big
him more
noise.
mad.
But the thing is, the noise spooked the squirrel, and also the whole cheese shop at once, which, I mean, of course it did.
Okay.
The squirrel leapt like 10 feet through the air, right onto some guy in full chainmail.
Oh, no!
Which, where is this chainmail?
I don't know! What are you doing in a cheese shop, my friend?
They must have come for a Ren Faire, I guess.
Probably. I don't know.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Chainmail dude naturally thought he was being attacked by Sir Squirrelington the Destructor, and tackled the poor maiden, thinking she was trying to sick the squirrel on him or something. Chaos erupted.
Okay.
Next thing you know, everyone in the cheese shop is screaming, flailing, accidentally knocking over cheese wheels.
Oh, no.
A full-blown sourdough-fueled Ren Faire fight. I mean, there were guys with swords. Real swords, people! I managed to extract the maiden from the scrum, yelling stuff about chivalry and proper squirrel fighting etiquette. And by the time the cops showed up, the cheese shop looked like a medieval battlefield decorated with brie.
Oh, no.
So the good news is the squirrel fled the scene, the maiden was okay, and the chainmail guy got a cheese sample for his trouble. Well, not the cheese sample.
Like, what?
Here's a cube of cheese. The bad news is the cheese shop now hates me. They're never going to get the stank out. It was ripe enough as it was. I also owe them for the sourdough. And that's that, folks. Am I the asshole for trying to be a hero with my breadstick? It's all blurry in my head, but I think I did all right. I mean, at least the squirrel is gone. Tell me what you think.
You sure this wasn't written by AI?
You know, as I was reading, I was like, it's probably written by AI. But listen.
Bro, I'm gonna choose to believe that it's real.
Even if it is written by AI, good on you. It gave me a good proper laugh.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
So let's say this did happen. I mean, he worked with what he had. Maybe he could have taken one of the swords from one of the guys and like, hey, can I borrow this? But like, you don't want to like hit the squirrel directly because the squirrel could like bite the girl or something, or like crawl up her leg and then you can't get to it. So I don't know. I mean, what do you do in that kind of situation? Maybe you tell her. I would have told her like to try and walk out of the cheese shop and then use the baguette.
Yeah.
So that the shop didn't get destroyed.
I was reading the comments and stuff, and someone was saying that like AI definitely wrote this, but whatever, that's fine. It was funny to me.
It was funny.
Yeah. I think it could have been handled a little bit better, but like by trying to leave the shop. But
right,
you know, you're in a situation with Sir Squirrelington, the Destructor.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You gotta do the only thing you can do. You gotta beget it.
Good job.
Yay! All right, we're ready for story number 2.
Yes, let's go to a real story now.
Let's go to
not whatever I read.
That was amazing though. I needed to.
It was a nice laugh, funny,
Yes.
haha.
All right. So this one's titled, "Am I the asshole for refusing to take my sister to Ren Faire because of what she wants to wear?"
Not you starting with that one. Before we started, we kind of compared notes to make sure we didn't like have the exact same ones, because we did.
We did.
Because there was only so many that were
Right.
Ren Faire specific. Yes. So, I know what this person wants to wear. It just.
The first thing I thought, which probably I'm not the only one, I was like, okay, is it something like really scandalous?
Yeah, I was thinking we would be showing too much skin.
Right?
But it's the opposite.
So, anyway. I, 25 female, am the oldest of 4 kids. Brother Sam, who's 20, and a male, and 2 sisters, Maddie, 17, and Kiara, 12. Oh, I didn't know they were that young. That makes more sense, too. Like, oh boy. I've been going to Ren Faire since I was 16, usually with friends, but once Sam and Maddie were 13, I started taking them with me. Kiara just turned 12 a few months ago, and she said she wanted to go to Ren Faire this year. I was hesitant, but asked our mom, and when she gave the okay, I actually got excited because, very sad about this, Sam is in the Marines and can't go this year because he's deployed. That is, I was excited until I found out what she wanted to wear. Maddie and I have been planning and making our outfits since last Ren Faire. We're both avid seamstresses, and offered to help Kiara design her outfit. Kiara's really into furries. Surprise. Plot twist. And I started making suits and masks, but I made it clear that Ren Faire isn't the place for that, and I was uncomfortable taking her in that. Not the, like, half goats that we saw around and, like, the like, people in, like, full on. Anyway. And I was uncomfortable taking her. She agreed. We come up with a few outfit designs and set a day to go shopping for all the stuff. So then came, Sam. Not me. It was the text people. So then she came to me a week ago, gloating, saying that our mom said yes to her wearing a furry suit to Ren Faire. I told her she absolutely could, but again, I wouldn't be the one taking her if she chose to wear that. She got upset and said I was being unfair because I was still taking Maddie. I told her again that Ren Faire isn't the place, and who I take with me is up to me. She's now very upset with me and is trying to get our mom to make me take her wearing her furry suit. So am I the asshole? I don't know if I want to read the edit that they put after, but should we, like, come up with a verdict and then... Because... I don't know.
Well, okay. The big Ren Faire, the big one in our area.
Yes.
I've seen.
Yep.
More than 10 furries.
Yep.
And it's just kind of like, oh.
There they are.
Oh, hello.
Like, and it's like 100 degrees. I hope they're okay.
Yeah. Whenever I see that, I'm like, oh my god, they must be dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not like, oh my god, why is there a furry here? I'm just like, it's part of the vibe.
They're just here.
Yeah.
Conventions.
Yeah.
Comic-Cons. Yeah.
There are people that cosplay, like, random anime characters.
Yep.
So, like, you know, you can wear whatever, really. It's Ren Faire. It's basically, if you don't look ridiculous, like...
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. The people that don't dress up are the ones that stand out, which is actually hilarious.
That's the fun. Yeah. If you're wearing not, like, a skirt and stuff, you're just
right.
Like,
if you're just, like, in shorts and a tank top and, like, sunglasses, like, what are you doing here?
Everyone just glares at you as you walk by. Yeah, but also, like, my thought, mayhaps, because I don't know how furry costumes work, because, I mean, I do, but, like, logistically, could you sit in a car with it on, or do you, like, put that on when you get there?
You most likely wear, like, the bottom half, maybe, in the car, and then the rest is, like, in the trunk, and then when you get to the parking lot, like, everyone's, like, lacing up their corsets and stuff, you probably just put the rest on in the parking lot.
So, like, the sister couldn't, or...
Yeah, sister.
the OP, the original poster,
Yes.
is female?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So she couldn't just, like, drive her there, and then, like, if she doesn't want to be seen with a furry, then, like, just let her do her own thing?
But she's 12.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough one. I think it's the age. I think at that point, it's like, okay, well, you want me to take you? There's also a lot, like, you can't really see very well in a lot of the suits.
Yeah.
So, like, she'd have to watch her all day and then make sure that she's not, like, dying from heat stroke. And then not getting approached by weirdos. Mm-hmm. She's 12.
Yeah. Yeah, the age, really.
Yeah. Maybe if she was 18, okay, do your thing, you know?
Yeah. Especially if it's, like, her first time, like, wearing a full fursuit in public. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of, like, trial and error, like, of trying to figure out, like, how to do stuff.
Yeah. So I'll give a little more context. I'll read the edit that she added. There are several reasons as to why I stated not the place, one of which we mentioned. It's still going to be in the 80s during Ren Faire, and she wants to wear the full neon pink furry suit, head and all.
Oh, I changed my opinion. That's perfect. Let her do whatever she wants. It's neon pink. Are you kidding me? It's gonna look even less realistic. Like, let her do her thing. Sorry.
Second, this isn't a big Ren Faire where you see all kinds of costumes. We live in a very small town, and aside from some tourists, it's mainly just people in our town. There's been plenty of creature costumes, but nothing like what she wants to wear. We offered to help her do a fantasy creature type costume, but she's doubling down on that furry costume. My mother isn't trying to make me take her, just said she was allowed to go. Also, I'm not embarrassed with her wearing this. I told her she can absolutely wear it next year when we go to Comic-Con. Just not here. I mean, it's making a little more sense now. It's a small town. Everyone will know. All your closest friends and neighbors. That you see at, like, the Walmart and, like, the grocery store be like, so your sister's a furry. That's interesting.
Well, see, here's the thing. The furries, like, they're not private.
They're not.
Very, like,
That's
they're
so
like,
true.
I'm a furry!
And she's neon pink. You know what? She's not trying to hide it. So I can't tell if it's more so that, like, she's worried for her sister or for herself. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like it's more just like, I don't want to have to deal with that. There's a lot that's gonna happen with that. I just don't want to have to deal with that.
So I don't know that there's a right answer here. It's just really like,
why can't your mom take her?
Good question.
Because, like, my example, like, the mom and her could, like, go do
their own
something.
thing. Yeah, maybe
like,
she doesn't want to, like, have to watch her all day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm wondering which one you're gonna pick. Ta-ta.
Alright. Am I the asshole for wanting my friend to fix my cloak after they accidentally broke it?
Oh, here we go. How do you... Okay, broke, not tore or, like, singed it.
Yeah, how do you think they accidentally broke it? Just...
They put it on. And they just didn't know how to put it on, and, like, whoop, the clasp broke or something. I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Okay. Almost a year ago, I went to Ren Faire with a few of my friends. It was my first Ren Faire ever, and something I wanted to do ever since I was a kid. One of my favorite parts is the costumes, as I'm pretty into fashion. So, of course, I spent a long time and spent a lot of money for a poor person to create the perfect outfit. As we were leaving, I followed my friend out the door. Unfortunately, she didn't realize that my hands were full, aka I couldn't open the door for myself. One of the chains on the cape caught on the door handle and got ripped out.
Oh no.
Annoying that it would break so easily considering how expensive it was, but whatever. I froze and didn't know what to do. I didn't have anything else to wear costume-wise, and I loved the outfit itself. Plus, the cloak wasn't something easily replaced either. I ended up whispering, "You broke my outfit," to my friend while sadly staring at the dangling chain. When my friend saw what happened, she also froze. There was an awkward silence for a bit, then she grabbed some sewing items and managed to fix it.
Okay.
I thanked her and left for the event, happy that the problem had been resolved, and didn't think about it again. Which, you'd think that'd be over. No, there's like 3 more paragraphs. A few days later, she tells me she was mad at me for blaming her for breaking my cloak. She said that it was an accident and that because of that, she shouldn't be blamed for it. She said specifically that my statement of "you broke my jacket" really irked her, which I thought it was a cloak. Why are we changing the jacket?
Don't know.
And she wanted me to apologize for this. I told her that I recognized it was an accident and he wasn't at fault for deliberately compromising my cloak. The words.
It's been compromised.
But when you make a mistake, you have to take responsibility for it. If you're holding someone's drink for them while they go to the bathroom and you drop it, you apologize for your mistake and offer to buy them a replacement. It's not anything personal, but it's like a moral failing happened. Mistakes happen, but they're still your responsibility to take care of.
Okay.
Okay. More. Still. She reiterated her points and said that my PTSD from the emotional abuse I received as a child was messing with my perception.
Oh boy.
She shouldn't be blamed for it, and the fact that I was blaming her was my PTSD making me act in a non-acceptable way.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to apologize to her and work with my therapist to ensure something like this never happened again. I ended up apologizing to her and admitted that my PTSD likely had a hand in the way that I handled the situation. I also promised to bring this up to my therapist so we can try and figure out / solve this issue with me. Looking back on it, though, something just doesn't sit right with me. Was I really the asshole? There's so much
going on.
Yeah.
So, before the event, he's holding a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
She opens the door.
Yes. She opened the door and she walked out of the door.
And, like, didn't hold it for him, or, like, held it for him, and then while he was walking out, like, I'm confused how this happened, because my stuff gets caught all the time. Like, you're in a Ren Faire outfit, it gets caught on everything.
Yeah.
Like, it really does. Maybe just don't put the cloak on until you're at the place you're going to.
Yeah, probably
I don't know.
That would be... I don't understand how it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is it her job? Is she supposed to, like wedding dress style, like, be behind him? like, holding on to him, make sure, okay, are you near any doors? Are you, like, you good, you clear? I don't know what the line is there. Like, how close of friends they are, or, like...
Yeah. And I mean, like, she fixed it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not that, like, you know, she made it perfect or whatever, but, like...
That's all really you can do, I feel like. If it's an expensive cloak, you can just... She tried to fix it. Sounds like she did. And then, did she apologize, though? I would have at least had her apologize.
Yeah, this is very weird. Like, there's some things that I'm like, I need more context for this. Because the first thing is, am I the asshole for wanting my friend to fix my cloak?
Yeah, but
like, she did it.
Yeah.
It wasn't, like... Yeah, and then, like...
Say inconclusive for this one, too.
Yeah. Well, I think my thing is, everybody sucks here, almost.
Yeah.
Because, because also, like, the situation happened, it should have just been like, okay, that happened, whatever, like, and then not ignore it, but, like, just move on. Like, I just don't understand everyone's reactions, like, of why, like, she had to bring it up days later. Like, that hurt my feelings. I guess maybe they had more therapy than us, so they know best. And then also,
oh my gosh,
not to be weird, I guess, but in my thoughts, I don't think you could tell someone that their PTSD is, like, affecting this. Like, I think it's something that they have to realize. I mean, like, I'm sure, like, you could think that, but I wouldn't say it out loud.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it out loud.
Your childhood trauma is making you more offended by this.
You're projecting, and I feel, like, very gaslit right now.
And talk to your therapist about it.
No, I don't, yeah.
Like, if they're close enough to say that, why are you, like, having an argument about you broke my cloak? What? So, yeah, my opinion is everyone sucks. Thank you.
All right, here we go for it. Well, I'll go to the next one. Okay. I'll do this one because I'm curious. I don't know. I've read it, but, like, not all the way through, and it's only 3 paragraphs. Am I the asshole for inviting an old fling to the Ren Faire?
Let's go.
Here we go. All right. For context, my birthday, the person that wrote this is female, 25, is coming up, and I had the idea to invite a bunch of friends to go to the Ren Faire. Now, the issue is it would be a couple hours away by car, and I'm well aware the Ren Faire isn't everyone's cup of tea. Well, too bad for them, because my cup of tea. More tea for me. My boyfriend, male 21, made it abundantly clear. I have my thoughts. He's younger than her. I just have already, I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, sorry, what's the age difference?
So she's 25, he's 21. She's about to turn 26.
Okay.
He's 21.
That's not bad.
It's not too bad, but like already I'm saying, okay, there's some insecurity here. I think it's going to come up.
I have fierce stances on age gaps.
Yeah. So anyway, he made it abundantly clear that he was less than thrilled about hanging out with what he calls, quote unquote, a bunch of weirdos and furries.
Not the furries. So for all your things about
right?
furries. Which also, like, when I think Ren Faire, I don't think furries.
I know.
And also, if there is furries, leave them alone.
Just let them be. They're not hurting anybody.
Yeah, as long as they're not breaking any laws or being,
right?
like...
Or like super weird, it's fine.
Just leave them alone.
So I asked a fair amount of mutual friends if they could attend, and all but one, female 22, declined the offer. My boyfriend kept complaining about the trip because since only one friend could go, a very close friend of mine, he was worried that I would run off with her and leave him alone, bored. I offered to let him invite some of his own friends, but he said that they would find it lame and would only go to make fun of other people that were there. That annoyed me a bit, considering I'd want the people that go to actually dress up and have fun in the atmosphere. I kept thinking over who else I could invite, and I remember that one of my friends loves Ren Fairs and decided to invite him and his girlfriend of 5 years if they'd like to come. He was excited and accepted the offer. For more context, we had a very brief romantic interest in each other around 7 years ago. It lasted for around 2 months, and we never slept together, but we did fool around a little bit. Personally, I genuinely forgot that any of that even took place at this point, because we've been platonic for so long it didn't even cross my mind. However...
I'm sorry, just the thought of being like, oh yeah, I forgot that we did that stuff. We're besties now, whatever. Sorry.
No,
it was so
just like, right? Like, well, it's even... maybe it's a girl thing. I'm just like, well, oh well. However, my boyfriend thinks otherwise, and thus ensued days of arguments. My boyfriend's just completely uncomfortable with the whole situation. I'm failing to kind of see what the issue is. It would be in a public setting, and said friend's girlfriend would be in attendance. I could understand his point of view if it was like an expensive, intimate dinner with close friends, but it's going to be an outdoor venue where I assume everyone will be running off to do their own thing. At this point, I'm just thinking of scrapping the whole idea in general, since it seems like it's causing too much headache at this point, and I wouldn't even know where to begin on how to uninvite him and his girlfriend. I don't know, I just need some opinions on the whole situation and maybe a solution. Am I the asshole? So this was posted 9 months ago. So probably already happened.
Yeah.
But
we can reflect on it.
It's really interesting because this year I'm planning to go to Ren Faire for my birthday. Like on my birthday. Like I'll do like a party like outside of that, but like the big one that we usually go to every year is open for one weekend in June. It's very exciting. But like I have a similar thing where like it was years ago, it was for like a couple months, and like I see him as a really close friend now. And he has hung out with Fred, and there has been no issues. and he brought his fiance, and Fred was there, so like it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So like it can happen, and then that was like at my house was like a game night, and everyone got along and it was fine. So there wasn't any weird energy.
There's no weird energy except us all screaming at each other. We were playing Mario Party, and I got royally screwed over multiple times. Sorry. Sorry to bombard you. I figured out who it was, and I was like, oh,
so
okay,
you're like, wait, don't be so vague. I'm gonna give all the details.
I have opinions.
I'm
so sorry.
Oh.
I woke him up.
Oh, was he napping?
Yeah.
Oh
he
my
lifted his little head
gosh.
up. He looked so sad.
So sorry.
Like, yeah, he just like, he's like, oh, it was sweet.
Should I give further context as someone that you also dated
in
high school?
I think
one of the only things we have in
that
common.
before,
I think we did.
Yeah. I think it was like our first episode.
And he's like, he listens to all our episodes, so he's gonna have a blast.
He's our number one fan.
He's a number one fan. So I get the whole like you know, it's outside. I did date someone that was a lot younger than me that had that kind of, like, just, I don't know if it was jealousy or just insecurity or whatever, but, like, so it can happen, go either way, depending on who your partner is. So it can be, like, chill or not. I don't know the nature of their past relationship that this girl had with this guy, but, like, he's bringing his girlfriend of 5 years. They've been together for 5 years. Mm-hmm. And even before then, it was a 2-year break between them dating and then him dating who's dating now. So it's like...
Also, I guess, like, it must have been a serious enough relationship if, like, if he knew that they dated. Like, because why is he like, oh, you're going with your old fling or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, if it was something that she was just like, oh, yeah, that did happen once, like, why is he...
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everything's just confusing.
It's a really interesting predicament they find themselves in. But it's her birthday, and she gave him every opportunity to, like, invite your friends. How about we, like, try and make a thing? And, like, it's her birthday. I relate to this, like, so hardcore. You probably do too. On her birthday, she's thinking about everyone else and if they will have fun and not feel abandoned.
Ooh, 100%.
It's like... like, girl, it's your birthday. Like, if that person means a lot to you, like, if you had talked as a couple about your stances on exes, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. Like, if she knew, like, way before that he had a problem with this guy, then, like, yeah, don't invite him. Like, respect your partner. But, like,
right.
if it's as like not a big deal as she's making it out to be, then I think it's okay. Especially if, like, she's there with her new boyfriend who clearly she loves, and like, if he doubted that, then maybe there's something going on in their relationship.
Does it say how long they've been dating?
It doesn't.
Okay. Because I feel like that's important.
Just my boyfriend says.
Yeah.
That is important, though.
Yeah. I mean, like, I still think, like, she's not the asshole. Like, just in general.
Right?
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's your birthday. And it's not like...
It's outside?
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do outside?
What, like, say hello?
Yeah.
Happy birthday? Like, sorry?
I've awoken the dragon.
What do you think, Thackeray? Oh, man, I wish we had the cameras going.
Hi.
Like, we can zoom in on him. We have a little close-up. I wouldn't say she's the asshole. I think you guys need to talk it through in the relationship and see what's up there.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for your final story?
Yeah. Woo. Whoa. Am I the asshole for sitting at a picnic table where there were already other people? Oh my god.
Yeah, buckle up for this one, guys, because it gets real confusing. Who's sitting where at what time, and it's like,
I can't even read the first question. Oh my god, because it's like the wrong punctuation and all.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna try. Am I
the
asshole
table? Yes.
for sitting at a picnic table where there were already other people sitting at the Renaissance Fair?
Yes.
So picnic table, Renaissance Fair.
Cool.
People. Okay. I went to a Renaissance Fair with my partner yesterday. We were getting food, then started to look for a place to sit. It was very crowded and busy since it was a weekend and a nice day out, so it was tough finding seats. But I finally found a spot at a picnic table in the food courtyard where there were about 15 other tables. All were full but this one. At this table, there was one family of 4 parents and 2 kids sitting on one end and 2 people sitting at the other end. There was a gap in the middle of the table, so I said to my boyfriend, "You can sit on one side and I can sit on the other side." And I begin to sit down.
It's always a dilemma.
And I begin to sit down. Boyfriend says back to me, "What are you doing? There are people sitting here already." But I just shrugged and said, "It's not like there's anywhere else to sit." But then the people to my right said, "Well, we have 2 more people coming," and the family to my left decided to move someplace else after we sat down. If the family of 4 had stayed there still would have been plenty of room for the 2 people that the other people on my right were waiting for. Just, there's... This isn't the most eloquently written, so it's just, my brain's, like, trying to fill in the gaps. After the family left, my boyfriend and I shifted over a little, but another family started to walk by, and I heard their conversation. The mother said, "Oh, we can sit there," talking about our table, and the daughter said, "No, there's people there already." And the mother said, so what? It's not like they can't share.
Yeah.
Hearing that, I said, oh, you guys can sit here. It's totally fine. The mother was grateful, and so my boyfriend and I shimmied back over to the right. At this point, the two people the others were waiting for had arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And a mom, grandma, and 2 daughters sat down. There was enough room for everyone. It's not like we were bumping elbows, and even anywhere close to touching the other people. But when that family sat down, the people to our right said to their friends, but loud enough that we could hear, you know, when we sat down, this entire table was empty. So I just rolled my eyes, and my boyfriend and I finished our food peacefully, then left. I don't understand why some people feel entitled to the entire table just because they arrived first.
Yeah.
Like, it's a Renaissance fair. It's crowded as hell. All we're trying to do is eat for a couple of minutes and then go back on our way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you have to sit next to a couple strangers for a few minutes because there was nowhere else to sit. I can understand if my boyfriend and I had taken the spots of the people they were waiting for, but this wasn't the case because even those 2 people came, and there was enough room for not only my boyfriend and I, but also the family of 4 to our left. Am I the asshole?
So let me ask you, if you had seen that, right? Because you know what the wooden picnic tables look like. Mm-hmm. If you had seen a gap enough for like me and you to sit down, would you even been like, for a second thought like, oh, I could squeeze in there? Or would you even been like, nah, like I don't want to like disturb the wall of space they've left between the 2 groups?
Me, I would stand.
Right?
I will stand in place and eat food. But I can see people that like are. I can eat food while standing, and I know some people like have to like sit, and especially it depends on when you're eating and stuff. Like, I would never have been placed in this scenario because I would not have gone over to the table. I would have just stand. But I also can understand, like, as long as like you're not like literally on top of a person.
It's Ren Faire. Great point that she made. She's like, I think she laid it out pretty great. Like, yeah, everyone, like, it's so crowded. You know what you're getting into. You're going to Ren Faire. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, really, you're gonna think that you think back in the Renaissance days, they were like, they allowed like social distancing. Are you kidding me?
There weren't even tables. You just sat on the floor.
Sat on the floor. And like me, if I was feeling really potsy that day, I don't care where I'm sitting. I'm finding a chair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like when it gets that emergency mode, the people pleasing's gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm either on the floor or in a chair, and I prefer in a chair.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess theoretically she could have asked before just sitting down, like, hey, is it okay if I sit here? But then
the family would have been like, no, we're waiting for 2 people.
Yeah.
Like, how would that have gone differently too?
Like, cause if it were me, I would have asked that, and then they said no. Then I'd be like, okay, I guess I just
That's a tough one. I don't think she's an asshole though.
Oh, no.
No, not at all.
No, yeah.
I think the other families were a little bit like mean.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you were uncomfortable with it, like, just do what the first family did and just like get up and leave.
Like, it's that big of a deal.
Yeah. Especially because like I'm sure like some people were sitting there like and they finished eating and they were just sitting like yapping. Yeah. It's like you can go yap somewhere else. Like you don't have to sit and yap. You can walk and yap.
Right?
Yeah. But
yeah, you're not the asshole, girlie. You're fine. All right. The last story, which I don't think I read this one actually. So it's titled, "Am I the asshole for causing a shouting match with my friend's girlfriend at the Renaissance Fair?"
And I don't think there's any furries in here, so this is really upsetting for me.
My
we
streak.
have to imagine one of them is in a furry
costume. Cool. Really, like they saw a furry while they were there. All right, here we go. I'm new to Reddit, and my brother suggested I give it a try to get an outside perspective because it's been bothering me. I, 22 female, have been dreaming of attending a Ren Faire for a while. It's a big deal for me, and this year I finally made it happen.
Hooray.
Yay. Like Fred. Go. First fair. It's always a special day. So I went with my boyfriend, Jake, 23 male, and my childhood friend, Tim, 22 male, who also joined us with his girlfriend, Melissa, 21 female. I've only met Melissa a handful of times, and our interactions have always been polite. I spent weeks making my medieval-style dress, and I was excited to wear it. Jake and Tim also dressed up. Melissa came in regular clothes, which was fine, but she seemed annoyed from the start when we arrived at the festival. The festival was amazing. Everything was amazing, and the overall atmosphere was incredible. But Melissa looked bored and loudly complained about everything. Oh boy. how hot it was, how silly the costumes were, and how expensive everything was.
Did
you're going
not,
to a rent?
Yeah.
Did you not read?
Yeah, did you not understand?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Ugh. I tried to stay positive and enjoy myself, but her negativity was starting to eat at me. As we were walking through the stalls, Melissa spilled her drink all over my dress. Oh no! It was sticky and left a huge stain. She apologized, but the apology felt insincere, more like she was annoyed that I got teary-eyed than genuinely sorry. Can you imagine?
If someone's on the verge of tears, like,
and you're like,
sorry.
Wait, just drink. Like, oh my gosh. I'm getting upset.
We're
I wasn't even there.
For you, girlie.
Like, for real. I tried not to think about it, but it was hard not to be upset. Everything erupted when we reached a small performance stage. It was a group performing a musical comedy thing, and we stopped to watch. As we were watching, Melissa kept loudly making sarcastic comments about how childish the whole thing was. You are being childish, Melissa. Okay? Okay, Melissa?
Look in the mirror, Melissa.
And put on a dang outfit. It's the Ren Faire. At least wear a flower crown. Jeez.
Wear the clown costume that you're obviously being. Come on. Get it together, Melissa.
I love that we're ending on this one. We both feel like we're getting like fired up. Anyway, Jake and I tried to ignore it, but then she started mocking the actors loudly enough for people around us to hear. Jake got uncomfortable, and I finally snapped and told her that if she didn't like it, she didn't have to be here. Melissa then raised her voice at me, saying I was being a queen, quote unquote. I raised my voice also, trying to defend myself and my excitement for the festival. It quickly escalated into us shouting. Tim ended up shouting at me as well, saying I was being completely unfair and making Melissa feel like an outsider. Oh my gosh.
Because she's being one, but...
The argument grew loud and strangers started staring. Jake started moving us back to the car and kept saying things like, let's just calm down, and this isn't worth fighting over. Great boyfriend.
Yes.
He even suggested I apologize, which made me even more frustrated. Never mind.
We're going back.
We're going back.
You got some points, but then you lost them
lost the points. Eventually, Jake decided to cut the day short for everyone. The drive home was silent, as I was still fuming. Tim didn't speak to me, and Melissa kept giving me cold looks the whole drive back. This was a couple hours away. That's fair. It's been several weeks, and Tim and I haven't spoken, and some of our mutual friends think that I was the one who ruined the day by taking things too seriously. I'm starting to wonder if I was too harsh or if I should just let things go. You are not the asshole. I cannot believe when things happen like this in a friend group, why is it they always turn on the person that's like...
Yeah. I mean, like theoretically, you should... Because were they sitting at, like, the performance?
Yeah, the other performance.
So, I mean, like, theoretically, like, you could have, like...
waited
like,
till after,
hey.
But she was like screaming and like it went from like this is so stupid, this is childish to like, oh, I'm an actor on the stage and I'm doing it. Like, can you? I don't think I would have like, I don't know what I would have done.
I would have moved seats a little bit, like it was bleachers.
I think I would have got up and just walked away.
Probably.
Been like, I'm not with her. Yeah. I would
just get up and walk and like just stand.
The secondhand embarrassment. I would have either had a panic attack or like I'll be like, I'll be over there.
100%.
She's gonna let her do her thing. Like would have got my boyfriend and gotten out of there. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, it's like the craft fair one that we talked about where like she kept coming over like talking about the girls stuff that she made, and then but it escalated to her taking the debit card out of a customer's hand. Mm-hmm. This is the same vibes. Like it just built up.
Yeah, that you're like, stop. Like,
but then you raise your voice a little, and then you're the one who sucks.
Yeah.
Like really, her very first Ren Faire, and her friends are saying that she ruined the day for Melissa. Are you kidding me? They drove hours to be here. She spent weeks making this dress. The dress is already ruined. Yeah. She was already, like, getting over the dress being ruined.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, like, any reaction she had, I'm just like, it's justified.
Absolutely.
If you didn't full on, like, bawl your eyes out, like, you can do whatever you want, girly.
And she didn't say anything mean. She said, if you don't like it here, clearly you don't, you can leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what's so wrong about that? Yeah. And Melissa didn't have to apologize. That's a rough one.
People suck.
No, for real. I'm so sorry, girly, that you had to go through that. It was 10 months ago that this was posted.
Well, I hope you were able to go to more Ren Fairs.
Ren Fair season
without
has begun.
Melissa.
I feel a little bit bad that we're bashing Melissa so hard, but like, Melissa, get it together. That's all I have to say.
Come on, Melissa.
Just like, if you don't want to go, don't go. Like in the other story, like the boyfriend that was like, I don't want to go, it's lame. Then don't go.
100%.
Just don't go.
I mean, the only thing I can think is, like, she didn't realize, like, how much of a Ren Faire it was, but then at that point, you're stuck there. Just go with the flow.
Or get drunk. You know what? If you, like, hate it there, do whatever you gotta do to, like, not think about it.
Go sit at the bar and just get it,
Right? Like, I'm not condoning drinking. Let's just be clear about that. My only point is, like, I get you can't leave, but just find something there that is fun.
Yeah.
Like,
or, I mean, you could go sit at a picnic bench and just be on your phone or something.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Or in the car, take a, like, car break and just calm down and then come back. I don't know. There was no fixing it. Melissa was just didn't want to be there, and she wanted everyone's day. She was miserable, so it was her job to make everyone else miserable. But can you imagine speaking at all during a performance? Like, even, like, little comments, like, we're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
We, like, whisper to each other.
Yeah.
Can you imagine saying, like, to a point where people could hear you, like, this is so stupid. Why are they doing that?
The only thing I could think is if children did that.
Right?
Like, a child, like, just being like, that's weird. Or, like, Mom, I don't like that.
Which
like,
she said that the OP was being childish. Like, really? Really, Melissa?
Melissa?
So, anyway.
We have Fred, now we have a Melissa. Anyone we hate, Melissa. We don't actually hate any
No, we don't.
Melissas.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't think yeah.
But
yeah, we don't.
We're just upset at Melissa for ruining our girlie's day. Her first fair, and she spent so long making this dress.
Yeah.
Anyway. So now we move on to people pleasing of the week. Now we can theme this to Ren Faire, which the one that I thought of was how all of us just, like, stood in a circle. you know where I'm going. We spent a good half of the day going, well, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? I mean, I'll go if you want to go. And then my one friend's daughter was like, I want to go see this. And we're like, cool. Like, someone made a decision. Yay! Hooray! We can get out of, like, the main gate.
Yeah. Well, because, the only thing that I was like, I want to see was Jack the Ripper.
But I know you didn't want to say that. So you were excited when she said it. You were like, oh, cool.
Yeah, she was, like, more excited than I was. And I was like, yay! Yeah. So, like, after that, I was just like, I'm kind of just here for the vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't really do too much. We kind of wandered for a while, but, like, that was the whole day. It was like, well, what do you want to do? Like, well, I guess we just walk in a direction and we see what happens. So, like, it was a whole day of us just, like, no one wanting to say what they wanted to do, or, like, no one really having, like, maybe we have all just lost, like, our, like, I don't have, like, a favorite anything, because I'm just like, well, what if it's not someone else's favorite thing? Like, I gotta leave my space open for other people's opinions and wants and desires. So maybe that's it. We just all, over time, have people please so hard that we've just, like, we don't even know what we want anymore.
We have no sense of self.
This got real deep. This episode got deep.
You girl boss too close to the sun, you people please too
you know
close
what
to
I
the
mean?
sun.
It
And now
happens.
we have no things. Yeah.
So I don't know if you had, like, an additional this week that you were thinking of. My neighbor talked to me for a little bit when I was taking out the trash. I was in my PJs, my shorts, and a t-shirt. And I just, as soon as I step outside with my trash, I'm like, I can't go back in. They see me, I can't go back in now. And there was, like, 4 of them. 4 neighbors out and, like, talking.
Oh my God.
And one neighbor, so I go out there, and the second they see him, like, gravitate towards me, the rest of the neighbors scatter. They, like, run back in their houses, and they're like, good, she'll talk to him, and they ran.
Yeah, I guess they're like, we're released.
So I go to take my trash out, and he's like, oh, I guess this applies to you too. Like, I'm moving. You want any furniture? And, like, I end up standing there for 25 minutes talking.
No.
But I will say, he just needed someone to vent to. He's just really going through it in life, and I'm glad I people pleased. This is one time where I'm gonna try and see the positive, because, like, he's moving across the country, and, like, he's not happy about it. His family's not handling it well, and I'm just glad that I could be, like, a listening ear. So that's my people pleasing of this week. I just, like, stood outside for 25 minutes in my PJs with, like a trash bag in my hand. And then finally he was like, okay, I'll let you go. I was like, cool, and then bye. But it worked out for the best, I think.
But my people pleasing of the week, because this has always been my people pleasing of the week, of the year, of since I have gotten this laptop.
Yes.
So, I got a Mac, and it has a terabyte of storage.
1
terabyte.
Yes.
And my dad's dead. So on his computer, he had all of the iTunes, which was every CD, every audiobook that we borrowed from the library. Mm-hmm. It had all that stuff. It was all on his library, on his iTunes, on his computer. But we wanted to move the computer. So, and my mom's computer does not have a lot of storage. Like, it doesn't have a lot of memory or whatever. So I have all of the iTunes on my computer, and it is over 200 gigabytes.
Yeah, that's insane for music.
You know, it's fine. Whatever. We have all the stuff in case I ever want to listen to like an audiobook or whatever.
Yeah.
It becomes such a problem. Especially when I am trying to edit these episodes because I use Final Cut Pro, and Final Cut Pro, it's trying its best. It's really trying its best. It's like it renders all of the files to make them perfect and everything, and it does a lot. It's too much though. It uses up so much memory. So I think every week that I've edited, at some point, Final Cut Pro would be like, "There's no storage. What do you want us to do?" So I have to go delete stuff.
Oh no!
So I can get storage.
Are you gonna start deleting old episodes and make space?
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because the thing because there's rendered files and stuff which I don't really need them. I can get rid of those and stuff. So it's just every week at least 20 minutes I've spent just deleting stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's where I'm at in my photos. I can't imagine. Doing that when you're trying to in the middle of something oh man. Before we forget, we'd like to conclude this episode with a moment of silence
for our dearly beloved Joanne's,
who by the time this episode is released
will be closed forever. And ours is closing today.
Oh, it's today's the last day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
So it's just a real tough time for all of us.
All you crafters out there, we join you in your mourning.
Yeah.
It's crazy that episode 1 was just the beginning of the end. Yeah. And here we are, 11 episodes later.
Still crying about it.
Ugh.
But we'll get through it, crafters.
Together. We will survive.
Alrighty, goodbye.
Until next time, bye.